Dr. Anirban Chakraborty often says that in India, whenever someone is diagnosed with diabetes, the first advice they hear is stop rice, stop roti, and eat millets instead. Many people immediately switch to ragi, bajra, or jwar thinking they have found a magic solution. But Dr. Chakraborty warns that while millets are often marketed as superfoods, they are not miracle foods for diabetes. Let us understand why. Millets are traditional Indian grains. They are rich in fiber, minerals, and vitamins. Compared to polished white rice, they are less processed and healthier. But here is the truth. Millets are still grains. They are still high in carbohydrates. They still raise blood sugar if eaten in large amounts. Dr. Chakraborty explains this with a story. A young man in his 30s came to him. His sugar was high, and he proudly said, "Doctor, I stopped rice completely. I only eat ragi now. Ragi mudde for lunch, ragi dosa for dinner." But his sugar was still uncontrolled. Why? Because ragi is also carbohydrate. Eating a plate full of ragi mudde is not very different from eating rice. The body still breaks it into sugar. Another patient, a middle-aged lady, came with high sugar and said, "Doctor, I switched to jwar rotis. Everyone says they are healthy. But why is my sugar still high?" Dr. Chakraborty explained that jwar rotis, though better than wheat rotis, still have carbs. 2 or 3 jwar rotis can still spike sugar. So what is the right way to use millets? Dr. Chakraborty says millets can be used, but in small amounts. They should never be the main part of the plate. Instead, they should be used khichdi style, mixed with more dal, sprouts, and vegetables. For example, a small portion of bajra khichdi with lots of vegetables and some paneer is far safer than eating 3 bajra rotis. He says, think of millets as a side dish, not the main dish. Dr. Chakraborty explains the science behind this. When you eat a large portion of any grain, rice, wheat, or millet, your body gets a sugar spike. Insulin shoots up. This worsens insulin resistance. But when you reduce the grain portion and increase vegetables, protein, and fat, the sugar response is much smaller. He often compares 2 patients. Patient A eats a plate of ragi dosa with chutney. The plate looks healthy, but it is mostly carbs. His sugar spikes, his insulin spikes, and his medicines increase. Patient B eats a small portion of bajra khichdi with palak paneer, sprouts, and salad. His sugar rises mild, he feels full, and his insulin burden reduces. Both ate millets. But one used it wrongly, the other used it wisely. Dr. Chakraborty warns against the hype around packaged millet products. Today the market is full of millet biscuits, millet noodles, and millet cookies. These are not health foods. They are marketing tricks. They are still processed carbs. They still spike sugar. Another point he makes is about portion. A spoon of ragi in your vegetable upma may be fine. But 2 full bowls of ragi porridge will raise sugar like rice. The difference is in quantity. Dr. Chakraborty reminds patients that the goal is not to replace rice with ragi. The goal is to reduce grains overall. He says, switching from rice to ragi is like changing the brand of petrol in a car with a leaking engine. The real problem is insulin resistance. That is what needs fixing. So what should you do? Dr. Chakraborty's advice is clear. Reduce all grains, whether rice, wheat, or millets. Use them only in small amounts. Build your plate around vegetables, sprouts, curd, paneer, fish, chicken, eggs, nuts, and seeds. Use millets sparingly, mixed with more protein and vegetables. One patient told him after following this advice, "Doctor, I used to eat 2 bowls of ragi porridge daily. Now I eat a small portion of bajra khichdi with vegetables. My sugar has dropped, I feel full, and my medicines have reduced." Dr. Chakraborty also points out that millets are heavier to digest for some people. Patients with acidity or stomach problems may not tolerate them well. In such cases, vegetables, sprouts, and protein are safer choices. He says, do not look for magic grains. The solution is not in finding the perfect millet. The solution is in reducing all grains and focusing on nutrient-dense foods. Now let us return to the main point. Medicines can lower sugar numbers, but they cannot stop the cycle of insulin resistance. Whether you eat rice, wheat, or ragi, if your plate is full of grains, your insulin resistance will remain. The only way to truly reduce medicines, cut down insulin, save on hospital bills, and prevent complications is lifestyle reversal. Dr. Chakraborty's program is designed exactly for this. It is safe, scientific, and personalized. It does not give you a strict diet chart that is impossible to follow. It guides you to make changes that fit your lifestyle. Supported by a senior dietitian, and led directly by Dr. Chakraborty. One patient said, "Doctor, I thought I was doing everything right by eating ragi. But when you showed me the right way, my medicines came down and I finally feel in control." You too can take this step. Consult Dr. Anirban Chakraborty online from anywhere in the world. Call or WhatsApp at +9 1 8 9 1 0 9 0 2 5 4 7. Choose a regular consultation if you need medicines, or a reversal session where Dr. Chakraborty studies your lifestyle and gives you step-by-step guidance to reduce illness with less or no medicine. Again, the number is +9 1 8 9 1 0 9 0 2 5 4 7. Remember, millets are not miracles. They are still grains. They can be used in small amounts, but they cannot reverse diabetes on their own. Reversal comes only from addressing insulin resistance, reducing all grains, and eating the right foods. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more videos on diet, exercise, sleep, and stress, the 4 pillars of diabetes and obesity reversal. And for more information on diabetes and obesity reversal, look at our website given in the description.